You see, I was just gonna document what I do while Ryan travels for his videos, but there's been a plot twist. I did this last year when Ryan went to Europe for his European Penny series, but when he came home, I said, I love the Penny series and all, but can we go to Paris as a married couple? Because I've never been to Paris. And it just so happens that this week Ryan is gonna test every Airbnb category, including one called Top Cities that has this insane view of the Eiffel Tower, and he invited me to join him so that we can finally go to the city of romance together. But this journey begins like most do, waking up at 4 a.m. to drop off Ryan at the airport while he goes to all of those categories of Airbnbs in different cities. I thought it would be a good use of my time while he's gone to read books based in Paris to prepare myself before going. 5 a.m. Ryan's off to his first Airbnb, and I'm starting the first book on my Paris Books TBR. I'm starting The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, which is such a popular book. I cannot believe I haven't read it, and it is set in Paris. I don't think it's necessarily set at a time that would make you desire to go to Paris because it's war times, but it might make me sob, and it might be a 5-star read, so let's find out. I just took a nap and I had the worst sleep paralysis of my life on this couch, which always happens after I wake up early and then take a nap on the couch. It's like a dream within a dream within a dream. Moved to the car post-nap with a coffee to actually read The Nightingale now. I'm actually 32% through this book now because I started it yesterday. I got 43% through The Nightingale today. Soon to be a major motion picture. I got the paperback in the mail today, and this thing is thick. If you were like me and you had heard about this book but you didn't know what it was about, it's about France when it's being taken over by Nazi Germany. And you're following Isabel, who is the younger sister, who has always been way more independent, very outspoken, very brave. But we're also following the older sister, who is much more reserved, much more dependent on her husband, who is not in her home anymore, who's trying to take care of her young child. And that's what we're following. I normally don't like historical fiction. I normally don't gravitate towards books that are set with wars, but 43% has flown by, especially for a book this thick. The writing is very beautiful and it's very simple, easy to read, fast. It's way more character driven, but also plot driven. So apparently people sob towards the end of the book, so I'm excited to see if that happens to me. But at this current moment, Ryan is in New York on a farm, Airbnb, I believe.
I think I like the farm. Don't be surprised if I just fall off the vanish of the earth. That's not finance. I'm gonna go explore.
And I'm here reading The Nightingale. Sometimes when Ryan goes out of town for a week, my long-distance best friend Bree will grace me with her presence, and we have a week-long slumber party, and she forces me out of the house to try new coffee shops, which I would never otherwise do unless she was here. That was brutal. So this is how this book is gonna be. Okay, get my bearings. This is the most a book has made me cry in a long time, man, a long time. This book is wrecking me. If this is what it's like right now, I cannot imagine whatever happens at the end. Meanwhile, Ryan just sent me this video of him in Nashville today. He's camping.
I'm already having so much fun. I really wonder if they've got DoorDash out here.
What the heck? Good morning, guys. It's the next day. Yesterday, I sobbed over this book and I'm about to finish it right now. So I thought I would be home and film it because I was planning on going to a coffee shop, but if this makes me bawl, I cannot be in public. I'm 88% done. I think I only have 40 pages left and I feel so attached to the characters at this point. I think after the 40% mark, the book has just gotten exponentially better. Earlier when I said it was a character study, it definitely was that at the beginning, which I think was really smart because it did focus more so on the character of of the characters. But then it became very plot heavy, but not in a boring way at all. There's a lot happening in this book. There's a lot of plot, but because you got 40% of like emotional background, really getting to see what the characters are like, you care so much about what's going on in the world. It's also such an interesting format because in the beginning you see, I don't think we know whose character the point of view is from, but it's in the future when the war is over, and it's an old woman who gets an invitation back to Paris to remember the Nightingale and everything that she did for the war. So I have my guesses as to who the perspective is from, but we keep getting very small chapters dispersed throughout the book that keep you wanting to see what the end is. And the one that I just read, she's talking about how her son keeps asking her for the story of what happened during the war, and she's refusing to tell her because she can't stop thinking about the end. So that just makes you want to race to the end of the book, which is so good. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. I haven't cried that hard at a book in so long, and I have no idea what the end is gonna be like. I'm gonna finish this, and meanwhile, Ryan is going from Tennessee to Miami today, and right about now, he should be entering this little yacht for the night. Little yacht. Those two words, I don't know if they go together. Oh gosh, I'm scared. Rock is trying to help.
He's so nice.
Okay. Finished it. My eyes are itchy from crying. I'm gonna go wash my face, and we're gonna review this when I'm a bit more composed. To recover, I followed Brie out of the house into a new coffee shop. The latte was 3 out of 5 stars. The Nightingale, 5 out of 5 stars. It's now almost 11 p.m. I am definitely too tired to properly review The Nightingale yet, but Ryan is on a yacht in Miami. It's so funny to say. And I think I'm gonna try sleeping in my library tonight. Obviously when he's here, I'm not sleeping in here. So I've done it like one other time before, but the next book on my Paris TBR is The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George. It came in the mail, and there's a review from Oprah.com on the front, which I've never seen before, which just feels like a good indicator that a book is widely loved. It says, if you're looking to be charmed right out of your own life for a few hours, sit down with this wise and winsome novel. So unlike The Nightingale, which still portrayed France in a beautiful way, it just obviously was a very sad book. The point of it is not to charm you, whereas this book I think is meant to charm, especially around the scenery. So change of pace. I'm gonna maybe just read chapter 1 and then probably hit the hay. I have no idea what this book is going to be about. Hey, it's the next night, and fun fact about me is I don't sleep very well when Ryan is gone. So I got 5 hours of sleep last night. Not even that 5 hours of sleep is that little, but I feel it today. So I'm about to go pack right now because I'm heading off to Paris tomorrow. I fly in the morning, and then when I land in Florida, I will meet up with Ryan, and then we go to Paris together. And I started The Little Paris Bookshop last night, and it is so cute. So far I have so many things underlined already. It's about a man who lives on a floating bookshop. It's like a boat bookshop, and he prescribes people books as if they're medicine. I cannot wait to read you the quotes from this book. Honestly, I should read them to you while in Paris because this is gonna be the most amazing read before getting there. I'll probably finish it on the plane on my way there, which is so exciting. I've always wanted to do a video where I read books from the place that they are set in. So this is great. I'm gonna go pack, and tomorrow we're off to Paris. As we began to descend into Paris, I started thinking through all the beautiful quotes I had read about this place that I had never been to before, and I instantly felt that magic that people talk about here. Towards the end of The Nightingale, I remember reading this part. I was so excited to experience it for myself. She takes her son to Paris for the first time, and she says, "I smile. Everyone remembers their first taste of Paris. This will be his." I had forgotten how gently time passes in Paris. As lively as the city is, there's a stillness to it, a peace that lures you in. In Paris, with a glass of wine in your hand, you can just be. All along the scene, street lamps come on, apartment windows turn golden. It's 7, Julian says, and I realize that he has been keeping time all along, waiting. He is so American. No sitting idle, forgetting oneself, not for this young man of mine.
We made it to Paris!
This is my first time here. I was in the car writing a couple paragraphs in my notes because of how intense my reaction was. This is the most excited I've ever been landing in a new country in my entire life.
She's glowing.
We're here to film Ryan's video, so this is what it looks like to film a Ryan video.
Thanks.
Good morning from Paris.
From Paris.
We slept like 12 hours and I still fell asleep, so we're gonna go get coffee ASAP. I'm gonna try to have my first chocolate croissant and macaron, not macaroon.
I'm still in REM.
Oh my gosh, we're in Paris. I keep having that thought. I think I'm 100 pages into the Little Paris bookshop. Such a good book so far. I'm really actually grateful that I read The Nightingale before coming here because the history aspect.
We're on an uphill.
First ever. The whole thing was like butter. After my first croissant excursion, my goal was to find a bookshop because my favorite quote so far in the Little Paris bookshop is this scene where the bookseller is recommending books to this woman. No way. And it says, "Soon Anna was surrounded by piles of books as a woman in a shoe shop might be surrounded by boxes."
Oh, that's so cool. Whoa.
Perdue wanted Anna to feel that she was in a nest. He wanted her to sense the boundless possibilities offered by books. They would always be enough. They would never stop loving their readers. They were a fixed point in an otherwise unpredictable world. In life, in love, after death. Ryan's forcing me to wear this for his video.
Souvenir shop, beret, at the Eiffel.
It's not the most stereotypical.
I don't know. I love it. It looked like it matched your sweater.
It doesn't? Like a baguette.
The only way to perceive oneself.
Don't they wear them like kind of, let's just say, got scammed.
No, it's a fair deal.
I feel so dumb wearing this. You guys recognize this shot? I'm in the Fenty series.
That's what this place is known for, primarily.
I'm a huge fan of that series. I'm reading The Little Paris bookshop right now, which is about a boat that's a bookshop. But just picture, the book I'm reading is like one of those boats, but with books in it. So cool. And a grumpy little old man. Actually, he's not grumpy. Just a little old man who knows how to recommend you a book for whatever you're going through. How cute. This background is insane. This is crazy. Should I wear the beret to talk about these books? This was a joke at first, and I don't think it's a joke anymore. Watching this video just feels like I'm wearing it wrong, but apparently I'm not. So I brought my Paris TBR with me other than The Nightingale. I am so glad that I read that book before coming here. The second we landed, I just was picturing the actual war that took place and the events of that book. And I'm really glad that I got to read some history, even if fictionalized. Now these books, other than Down and Out in Paris and London by George Orwell, I think are much happier. Kisses and Croissants I have seen for a long time. It's a very famous young adult, happy, fun romance novel. I'm on page 106 of the Little Paris bookshop. This book is so amazing so far. You're following the man who owns a bookshop on a boat, and he is super heartbroken over a woman, so much so that he can't even say her name out loud. So in the book, it's just a bunch of dashes. You don't even get to learn her name for a really long time. So you don't know who she is, you don't know why he's heartbroken, but he's amazing at recommending books to people as if the books were medicine. There are so many good quotes in this book so far, and I'm only 100 pages in. So I don't know where it's gonna take us from here, but I'm so glad to be reading this in Paris.
Tout sera parfait, j'arrête pas d'oublier que je suis déjà arrivée et je peux respirer, il n'y a rien qui me court après, je suis là pour kiffer, faire de l'art sans me presser.
Okay, I read about a chapter. It was very relaxing in this environment and with all of the road noise, but we're about to go out and film for Ryan's video, which is the main goal, of course, and we're gonna have a Ratatouille inspired night. We leave tomorrow morning, so soaking it up. Probably won't be finishing the book today because I want to go explore, but the little tastes I get of it in between are just amazing. This is unreal. I don't even have words to describe it. We're back from grocery shopping. I randomly used to be obsessed with macaroons when I was like 12, but they didn't exist where I lived yet because they weren't popular. They're much more popular now. You can find them places, but back then you couldn't. And now I'm finally eating one in Paris. Yeah, we're back from filming Ryan stuff.
We have to put that in this part of the video. That's so good.
It is.
Hey, buddies. They smell the bread. Oh, it's our sandwich, buddy. Quack, quack. Friendly ducks.
You're my golden hour. These little wisps are not cute like I thought they would be. Stand under the Eiffel Tower. Check.
Check. See duck. Check. See rat. Check.
See rat. Check.
Monsoon. I don't know what that means.
I think it's like man.
Is that Mr.?
And it's golden hour now. It's insane. Everything looks like it has like a creamy filter preset over it, and now it's sunset and it's even prettier. It's crazy. Time to check out. Goodbye river. Goodbye Eiffel Tower. Goodbye crazy living room. Goodbye crazy mirror. Goodbye crazy bathroom.
Goodbye, crazy bedroom. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye. The elevators are tiny and they scare me, so I'm taking 7 flights of stairs. It's so slow.
I know you're leaving.
I ran down the stairs. Bye-bye. We're gonna go to a coffee shop and then the airport.
Video done.
On the journey back, I kept reading the Little Paris bookshop, and I really liked these 2 quotes. He saw that Anna was discovering inside herself a sounding board that reacted to words. She was a violin learning to play itself. Monsieur Perdu recognized Anna's flickering of joy and felt a pang in his chest. Is there really no book that could teach me to play the song of life? I was so sad to leave Paris, but I was still in the middle of this book, and it felt like such a real-life example of why I love reading so much that I still got to escape to the landscape of Paris even though I was no longer there. Her tense shoulders slackened, her thumbs unfurled from her clenched fists. Her face relaxed. She read.